So we got to talk about this a little bit more. And of course, we got to get on these Democrats who, of course, are crying. As you can see, AOC here, the president's disastrous decision to bomb Iran without authorization is a grave violation of the Constitution and congressional war powers. He has impulsively risked launching a war that may ensnare us for generations. It is absolutely and clearly grounds for impeachment. Of course, here we go with the impeachment talks again, right? Here we go. Democrat Ro Khanna. Check out what he had to say.
Donald Trump has launched a war on Iran. The Congress must reconvene on Monday to vote on Thomas Massie and my war powers resolution to stop this war. Trump says his goal is to topple the Iranian regime. But the American people are tired of regime change wars that cost us billions of dollars and risk our lives. We don't want to be at war with a country of 90 million people in the Middle East. Every member of Congress must go on record today on how they will vote on Thomas Massie and my war powers resolution.
Of course, it's him and Thomas Massie, of course. Goodness gracious, I can't wait till Thomas Massie is gone. Jeez Louise. You know, what I also find weird, how all of these folks are all of a sudden so against Trump. Like all of a sudden, all at once. Kind of weird how that works. It's almost like some checks were thrown around. I don't know that with 100% certainty. I'm just saying. I just find it weird. Do y'all too? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. I just find it really, really strange. All of a sudden, you know, all of these different individuals, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massie, right? You got, big guys on the Republican side of the aisle, you know, that have large accounts that are all of a sudden talking against Trump. It's like, I wonder if these individuals got a check. Once again, I don't know that with 100% certainty. And honestly, I'm not even completely mad at them for speaking out against Trump. It's just weird, right? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Doesn't mean I agree with it, but it's just weird that all of them, all of a sudden, all at once. It's kind of like what the Democrats do a lot when they all repeat the same lines. When Democrat politicians and mainstream media all say the same stuff all at the same time, it's like kind of obvious what's going on. Y'all let me know if you agree. I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyway, so of course you got Democrats angry about that happening. But Democrats actually kind of like it.
It is imperative the Democratic Party wake up and get past their dislike of Donald Trump, the President Trump, and their feelings of international conflicts going on. This is about national security. This is about what is possible in the Middle East. This is about being a good neighbor, good partner to the Gulf states and what their aspirations are. This is about supporting the people of Venezuela. This is about dismembering our relationship with, or not dismembering, but resetting our relationship with China. Right now, 55% of the oil production that Iran produces goes to China despite sanctions. You want to support the people of Ukraine. You want to end that war. You have to. There is no getting around dismembering this Islamic Republic. It is non-negotiable. It is not a want to have. It is a have to have. And it's not just for the Iranian people. I think you have to trust the Iranian people. We know this government better than anyone else. When you dismember and decapitate this regime, you are going to see a change in the Middle East, in Venezuela, in China, in Ukraine. And I think, quite frankly, their ideology has really, it's caused a lot of problems for us worldwide. We need to take it seriously. And I think at this point, we have a tremendous opportunity. This will be like ending the Soviet Union, the Berlin Wall. This is a transformational moment for humankind, for security. And as an American, this is in our interest to complete it. So I am a Democrat. I have been a huge Democrat. I am incredibly disappointed with my party. I do not see myself in them in this moment.
Yeah, we're going to go to commercial break, guys. We're going to get up out of here. So there you had it. People actually support what's happening. And I actually posted a YouTube short yesterday. I want to see if I can find that again. Of CBS, if I remember correctly. By the way, if you don't watch my YouTube shorts, you're missing out on some good stuff, all right? You're missing out on some good stuff. You would have seen this clip yesterday that I dropped. Let me see if I still have it. If not, I'll just go to, yeah, here it is. Here it is. So apparently what's happening here is a CBS reporter, matter of fact, got notified that he should not be covering the celebrations, right? That Iranians were having, American Iranians that were having, were in the streets celebrating what Trump did. And you see it all play out live on camera. So a CBS reporter in Austin, Texas is being massively praised after refusing to follow a text message from his superior telling him not to focus on a massive crowd praising Trump's actions in Iran. They don't want us to focus on this. Well, I am, is what he had to say. I'm going to throw it up on the screen.
What does that mean?
It means they don't want us to focus on this.
All right. Well, I am. There's a lot of mixed opinions across Austin about the joint attack between the United States and Israel against.
So there you saw it there. Matter of fact, let me see if I can. Is this one better? Nah, the audio's still a little low. I'll turn it up though. So yeah, contacted by his superiors to not focus on him, and his reply is, "Well, I am." So clearly they are trying to control the narrative, but it ain't working.
Iranian here with a message for every single American who voted for President Trump. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. God bless President Trump. God bless the U.S. military, and God bless America. We can't wait until Iran is free and we can welcome you back to our country with open arms and be the allies that we used to be before the Islamic regime took over our country in 1979. That's it. Thank you. Thank you so much, and God bless America.
So why would Democrats be so angry? People are actually happy and celebrating. Once again, like they did with Venezuela.
City marched to celebrate the death of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Christine Sloan spoke with demonstrators.
Cheering the country they love and supporting those back home. Several hundred Iranian-Americans marching to Times Square Sunday, hoping the Iranian people will finally have a chance to be free now that Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and 40 of his top officials are dead.
I was crying and dancing the whole day yesterday after 50 days of torture that they killed so many innocent lives.
This Iranian-American NYU student came to the U.S. in 2023 and remembers being hit by rubber bullets during the Iranian protest for Mahsa Amini, who died in police custody in Iran.
We would cover our faces because we were fearing for our lives. That they were my friends and my classmates being taken away from just right in front of my eyes.
Why they say they're celebrating Khamenei's death and carrying the old Persian flag as well as the American and Israeli, and honoring the protesters killed.
You know what that sounds like to me? Sounds like the Republican Party just got a lot of new voters. And I love it, because when you follow through on your promise, right, which Trump said help is on the way, and he followed through, because as you heard there, not only is the supreme leader gone, but 40-something of his close, top officials are also dead. We ain't playing around. No games whatsoever. And you know what I find funny about this? All of these Democrats and these liberals and some of these rhino Republicans crying about this and saying it's illegal and he needed congressional approval. When Obama did the exact same thing in Libya, they had nothing to say. Nothing. And as a matter of fact, Nancy Pelosi came out and defended Barack Obama when he did the exact same thing in Libya when he killed Gaddafi. Check it out. Y'all know I come with clips, baby. Here it is.
So, Madam Speaker, or Madam Leader, you're saying that the president did not need authorization initially and still does not need any authorization from Congress on Libya?
Yes.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you all very much.
Huh. What do you know? So when Obama dropped bombs on Libya, killing Gaddafi, oh, he doesn't need congressional approval for that. You heard it straight out of Nancy Pelosi's mouth. You heard it. So it's cool if they do it, but it's a problem if Trump does it. All of a sudden, you need all of this congressional approval. You need this, you need that. This is illegal. So was it illegal when Barack Obama did it? And if it was, why weren't you speaking out against it? Oh. You know what else I find interesting about this whole thing? While Democrats are crying and complaining, I want y'all to check this out. Breaking. Democrats just got smacked by reality. A brand new poll shows Republicans surging +8 points on the 2026 congressional ballot. It's now tied 50-50 after we were down by 8. That's a 16-point swing. So on the generic congressional ballot, right, Republicans versus Democrats, we just had an 8-point plus in the latest poll that just dropped. And you mean to tell me this was a bad thing? Clearly the American people agree with it. Clearly the American people love it. Now, do I think we should just be getting in war after war after war? No, and I don't think that's what this is. We came through. We dropped some bombs. We're still dropping some. Make no mistake about it. All right? And we're going to get the fuck up out of there. Everything isn't Afghanistan. Everything isn't going to last years upon years upon years, right? This is the same thing the Democrats said about Venezuela. Not very long ago, I'm sure you guys remember, oh my goodness, Trump got us into another war with Venezuela. Did it turn out to be a war? I rest my case. I rest my case, right? We got a perfect example that recently happened when we took Maduro, I couldn't think of his name there for a second. When we took Maduro out of Venezuela, which was a flawless operation, even though the man was living on a military base. I mean, came through and did him dirty. But came through, swept him out, brought him back to America in one piece. Oh, Trump started a war. I don't see no war going on with Venezuela. So, give him some time, give him the benefit of the doubt, right? And let him work. Let the man work. That's one thing that I wish I was able to see is Uncle Trump having the ability to do what needs to be done without so much opposition. I mean, the guy is battling mainstream media, he's battling Democrats, and he's battling his own damn party every single day. Every day. You know how pissed off I would be if I had to do that every day? Y'all would hate me as president. I would be so mad. I would be cussing people out. I ain't gonna lie. I damn near be ready to quit. Like, bro, y'all just tripping. This is just ridiculous. Right? This is just crazy. You know, like I'm having to defend myself and my decisions and this party every single day of my life against my own damn party. Like, I get it against the Democrats. I get it against mainstream media, although it shouldn't be that way. But against my own party? This is what y'all sent me? Y'all sent me the Thomas Massey's, the Tom Tillis's, the John Cornyn's, Dan Crenshaw's, the Lindsey Graham's. This is what y'all gave me? Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, John Thune. This is what y'all gave me? I promised y'all a lot, and I can't get it done because y'all gave me John Thune. How am I supposed to win? I'll be so frustrated right now. I genuinely don't know how Uncle Trump does it. I really don't. I really don't. I'd be so pissed. So pissed. I'm going to play this last clip for y'all. Check it out.
To me, the thing that really stands out, most importantly, is that nobody has come to the Islamic regime's defense. Not Russia, not China.
Bingo.
We thought that we were facing this great axis of evil that was uniting as a front to create this multipolar universe in which the United States was no longer a superpower, and that turned out to be absolutely false. And what you can see from that is the larger picture of how the president is protecting the United States and setting us up for world dominance for generations to come. He is picking off our adversaries one by one, isolating them from each other and isolating them from their oil. Remember that 20% of China's oil came from either Venezuela or Iran. I mean, how are the Chinese supposed to take Taiwan now, minus 20% of their oil supply? So what we're really seeing here is, I'm calling it the locked-in presidency. He is just, every action he takes has not one, but 2 or 3 or 4 strategic advantages to strengthen the United States, to make us stronger, safer, and more prosperous, as Marco Rubio promised in his confirmation hearings. I think that's really what we're seeing.
Yeah, kneecap China. Kneecapped them. Took out a couple major sources of their oil. Major sources. Gone. And yet, this ain't for America? How? We just kneecapped one of our biggest adversaries. And not only that, I think also what this has shown us is that they aren't as big and bad as we once thought. They were supposed to be Iran's allies. They're supposed to come to Iran's defense. We just smacked Iran dead in the face, and they sat back and watched. Ooh. And did nothing about it. I think it says a lot. I think that says a lot. But as always, I want to know your opinions on this. Get in the comments, talk to me, and make sure you guys smack that like button, all right? Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.